Hello everyone, this is Dharamveer sir here. So today we are going to continue with chapter 10 of grade 12 maths, which is vector algebra. And the topic of today's video is vector product of vectors. Okay, so in the previous video we have learned about scalar product and today we will learn about vector product. Okay, so let's start. So vector product or also called as cross product of two vectors. So the cross product of two vectors A and B having angle theta between them is given as vector A cross vector B is equal to mod A into mod B sine theta and n cap, where n cap is the unit vector perpendicular to the plane containing A and B, and vector A, vector B and n cap form a right-handed system. Now coming to the terms, we have learned about the scalar product in which only the magnitude of there. Now since the names are as vectors, so there should be the direction. So the n cap in the product, that is mod A mod B sin theta n cap, gives you the direction of the resultant, that is A cross B, the direction of A cross B. Okay, that is why this is called vector, because it has a particular direction. So in the figure you can see that we have two vectors A and B, and theta is the angle between them, and it is rotated from A to B. You can see the direction of the angle theta from A to B. Okay, then the resultant A cross B, vector A cross vector B will be equal to mod A into mod B into sine theta and n cap. N cap will give the direction of the vector product. Clear? So pause and note down this point. Now few properties or remarks that A cross B is a vector. Why vector? Because in the product we have n cap, which is giving the direction. So it is a magnitude and it have a direction, so A cross B will be a vector. Now let A and B be two non-zero vectors. Then A cross B will be equal to 0 if and only if A and B are parallel or collinear to each other. That is, A cross B is equal to 0 if and only if A is parallel to B. And if theta is equal to pi by 2, that is angle between A and B is 90 degree, then A cross B will be equal to mod A into mod B. Then A cross B will be equal to mod A into mod B. Now from the above two observations we can say that for mutually perpendicular vectors I, J and K, we know that I, J, K are along X, Y, Z axis, so they are mutually perpendicular to each other. So I cross I will be equal to J cross J will be equal to K cross K equals to 0, and I cross J will be equal to K, J cross K will be equal to I, and K cross I will be equal to J. Keep these 2 points very clearly in mind. And in terms of vector product, the angle between two vectors A and B may be given as sin theta equals to mod A cross B upon mod A into mod B in terms of vector product. Okay, so pause and note down these points. Now next is if vector A is equal to A1I plus A2J plus A3K and vector B is equal to B1I plus B2J plus B3K are two vectors and lambda is any scalar, then vector A plus vector B will be equal to A1 plus B1I plus A2 plus B2J plus A3 plus B3K, and the lambda A will be equal to lambda A1I plus lambda A2J plus lambda A3K, and we know that A dot B is equal to A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3. But A cross B, that is the vector product of vectors A and B, is obtained by finding the determinant IJK A1 B1 C1 A2 B2 C2, and expanding in terms of exponent we will get A cross B as this one, that is A cross B will be equal to B1 C2 minus B2 C1 I plus A2 C1 minus C1 C2 J plus A1 B1 minus A2 B1 K. So this is the method to obtain the vector product. Okay, so pause and note down this point. So keeping all these points in mind, let's start exercise 10.4 and the question 1. Find the magnitude of A cross B if vector A is equal to I minus 7J plus 7K and vector b is equal to 3i minus 2j plus 2k. Now we have vector a equals to I minus 7j plus 7k and vector b is equal to 3i minus 2j plus 2k. So a cross b will be equal to, using the determinant, will be equal to ijk 1 minus 7 7 and 3 minus 2 2. So expanding the determinant, we get I into minus 14 plus 14 minus j into 2 minus 21 plus k into minus 2 plus 21, which is equal to 19j plus 19k. But we have to find the magnitude. So magnitude of a cross b is equal to under 19 square plus 19 square, which will give under 2 into 19 square, that is 19 root 2. So this is the value of magnitude of a cross b. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Next is question 4. Show that a minus b cross a plus b will be equal to 2 times a cross b. So we have a minus b cross a plus b. So using the distributive property, we get a minus b cross a plus a minus b cross b. So again using the distributive property, we get a cross a minus b cross a plus a cross b minus b cross b. And we know that a cross a is equal to 0. So same a cross a is equal to 0. So b cross b is equal to 0. So we are getting a cross b plus a cross b, because a cross b is equal to minus b cross a. Remember this point, a cross b is equal to minus a cross b. So we are getting 2 times a cross b. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 5. Find the lambda and nu if 2i plus 6j plus 27k into I plus lambda j plus nu k is equal to 0. Now it is given that the cross product is equal to 0, that is 2i plus 6j plus 27k into I plus lambda j plus nu k equals 0. So finding the cross product using the determinant, we get ijk 2 6 27, I lambda nu is equal to 0 vector, that is 0i plus 0j plus 0k. So expanding the determinant, we get I into 6 nu minus 27 lambda minus j into 2 nu minus 27 plus k into 2 lambda minus 6 equals to 0i plus 0j plus 0k. So comparing the corresponding components, we know that two vectors are equal if their corresponding components are equal. So we get 6 nu minus 27 equals 0, 2 nu minus 27 equals 0 and 2 lambda minus 6 equals 0. So now 2 lambda minus 6 equals 0, so we get lambda equals to 3. And 2 nu minus 27 equals 0, so we get nu is equal to 27. See, therefore the required values of lambda and nu are 3 and 27 upon 2 respectively. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 6. Given that a dot b is equal to 0 and a cross b is equal to 0, what can you conclude about the vectors a and b? Now a dot b is equal to 0, then we know that either a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0 or a is perpendicular to b if a and b are non-zero, and a cross b is equal to 0 if mod a is equal to 0 or mod b is equal to 0 or a is perpendicular to b, again only if a and b are non-zero. Now we know that a and b cannot be perpendicular and parallel at the same time. Therefore we are left with magnitude of a is equal to 0 or magnitude of b is equal to 0. That is, if a dot b is equal to 0 and a cross b is equal to 0, then either a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 8. If either a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0, then a cross b is equal to 0. Is the converse true? Justify your answer with an example. Now take any two parallel non-zero vectors so that a cross b is equal to 0. Now a is equal to 2i plus 3j plus 4k and b is equal to 4i plus 6j plus 8k equals 0. So a cross b is equal to, using determinant, a cross b will be equal to determinant ijk 2 3 4 4 6 8. So expanding, we get I into 24 minus 24 minus j into 16 minus 16 plus k into 12 minus 12. We get 0i plus 0j plus 0k equals to 0 vector. Now we can see that magnitude of vector a is equal to under 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square, that is under 29, and magnitude of vector b is equal to under 4 square plus 6 square plus 8 square equals to under 116. So we conclude that vector magnitude of vector a is not equal to 0 and vector b is not equal to 0 even when their cross product a cross b is 0. Therefore, the converse of the statement need not be true. Okay, so pause and note down the solution. Next is question 9. Find the area of the triangle with vertices A 112, B 235 and C 155. Now the vertices of triangle ABC are given as A is 112, B is 235 and C is 155. And the adjacent sides AB and BC of triangle ABC are vector AB equals to 2 minus 1 into I plus 3 minus 1 into j plus 5 minus 2 into k, which is equal to I plus 2j plus 3k. And vector BC equals to 1 minus 2 into I plus 5 minus 3 into j plus 5 minus 5 into k, which is equal to minus I plus 2j. Now we know that area of triangle ABC is equal to half into magnitude of AB cross BC. So AB cross BC equal to determinant IJK 1 2 3 and minus 1 2 0. So expanding we get minus I into minus 6 minus j into 3 plus k into 2 plus 2, that is AB cross BC equals to minus 6i minus 3j plus 4k. So magnitude of AB cross BC equals to under root minus 6 square plus minus 3 square plus 4 square, which is equal to under root 61. Therefore the area of the triangle will be under root 61 upon 2 square units. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. Moving to question 10. Find the area of the parallelogram whose adjacent sides are determined by the vector A equals to I minus j plus 3k and vector B equals to 2I minus 7j plus k. Now the area of parallelogram whose adjacent sides are vector A and vector B is given by magnitude of A cross B. So adjacent sides are A, vector A, that is I minus j plus 3k, and vector B, that is 2I minus 7j plus k. So finding A cross B, we get determinant ijk 1 minus 1 3 and 2 minus 7 1. So expanding the determinant we get I into minus 1 plus 21 minus j into 1 minus 6 plus k into minus 7 plus 2, which is equal to 20i plus 5j minus 5k. So the magnitude of A cross B is equal to under 20 square plus 5 square plus 5 square, which is equal to 15 root 2. Hence the area of the parallelogram will be 15 root 2, because the area of parallelogram is what? Magnitude of A cross B. So the area of parallelogram is 15 root 2 square units. Clear? So pause and note down the solution. With this we end the exercise. So solve the remaining sums of the exercise and don't forget to solve the very important examples given before the exercise. Thank you and all the best.